play full game. Entering team select screen. The Las Vegas Raiders, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Davante Adams. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Raiders and the 49ers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers
and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and get a little bit of momentum.
Entering play call screen.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. X curl.
And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Stick.
Still 1st down.
AHD stretch alert smoke.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Circle button.
Carr going to throw right away. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 7 catches, 68 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Circle button.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get...
Entering front, instant resume, quit game, options, coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Entering in player name K Fackrell, player name S Barkley, position HG, injury type high ankle sprain, injury length out for game, injury length. Entering
person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Cross button.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Cross button. Square button.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Entering play call. Drive. Inside zone.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Circle button. R1 button.
Shotgun now for
Triangle
Carr.
button. Cross button.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it
Entering
away.
play call.
The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The Raiders at 9-6 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Cross button.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call. Inside. AHP blunt dive.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a 1st down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
You have 12 options. Conta selected.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading them out, Trey Lance, now in his 2nd season out of North Dakota State.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
And Lance now to throw.
Rolling to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vernon Butler able to get him for a loss of about 3.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
After the sack on 1st down, Lance. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Play action. Now it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Lance now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, at least the NFL in the receptions nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Down to the 42, second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Throw left side complete. That's James.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And Lance again going to keep it.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
2nd and 9. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal from the 3. Hunt. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
There are 6 categories.
Ready. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Brings up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
R1 button. R1 button.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
HE mid-draw. Plate, RPO, S. Screen, WR screen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr.
Square button.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Pass, shotgun pass, comeback Z post. Inside cross. Spot. Drag.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Cross button. Cross button.
They're going to look to throw.
Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Chandler Jones, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Hunt will try going up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. James has got it. Complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. He just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Square button.
Here's Carr.
Cross button. R1 button.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Entering play call, inside handoff, PHP bump dive, inside zone split.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Once again, it's Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
PHP bump dive. Inside zone split.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Entering play call, inside handoff, there are 7 categories. You have 50. Play type, there are 8 categories. RPO. Run, pass. Quick tap, Y stick. Circle button.
Now Carr.
Cross button. R1 button. Circle
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Javon Kinlaw collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Entering play call, quick pass. There are 6 categories. You have 13 options. Y stick is selected.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Square button. Triangle button.
Carr.
Triangle button. Triangle
Under
button.
pressure, they got him again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Entering play call. Play, run, pass. Standard, shotgun, play action, pat, hoverts, post Y cross.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now a play fake. Carr out to his left.
Triangle button.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Personnel, play type, error, run, pass. Play action, hoverts, post Y cross, close puck cross.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Cross button.
They'll go for it. It's Carr.
Square button. Triangle button.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and maybe I go figure it out on their sideline.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter for Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here.
Kickoff left is selected.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers. 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Lance looking to throw it. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Entering play call, outside handoff. There are play formation. There are player. There are Darren Waller. Davante Adams. Davante, stretch alert looky. Zone split alert smoke. Stretch alert looky.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cross button.
Now Carr.
Circle button. R1 button. Cross
And he
button.
whips that one incomplete
Entering
there.
play call.
That was well
Adams.
defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Formation. There are 8 categories. There are 7 play type. There are RP, pass, standard pass, quick pass, Y stick, double slant.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cross button.
Carr going to throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll start with the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding. Offense.
Entering
Mike
play
McGlinchey,
call,
the Notre
coach
Dame man,
suggestions.
guilty on
There are
that one.
6 categories.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Yellow, line, check white, check pink, black rock, blue check.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Entering play call, Hubbard's, a post white cross. Triangle button.
On play action, it's Carr.
Cross button.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, the quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Cross button.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action, play run. Counter, error, outside, inside, and PHP blunt dive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cross button.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Dances by him. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
R1 button.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
All starts, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Entering play call, PHP blunt dive.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Play call, inside,
there to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Well done to stick that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Standard pass, shotgun pass, play action, covers, a post white cross.
2nd and 15. Now they'll throw with Carr.
R1 button.
Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Entering play call, play covers. Hotissing. Sprint HD flat.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll buy some time right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
What now?
Triangle
Corner to
button.
throw for it on
Circle
4th
button.
down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give right side now to Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From midfield, here's Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when it works out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Lance going to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. Carr. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Entering play call. Play run. Counter. Pitch. Outside hit. Inside hand. AHP. Inside zones click.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Add them to selected.
Carlson now to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Chandler Jones able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Niners on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And the Raiders have got him. Below Nichols coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's go, man. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now.
R2 button.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
AHP club, MTMH, play type, RPO, run, pass, quick pass, standard, shotgun pass, play action, covers, a post right cross.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
R1 button.
And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Covered, a post right cross, close across. Covered LT. Ford, CTR well, Papunko, Jet sweep, Papunko.
Right now.
On play action, now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Steps away. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hail Mary. Standard shotgun. Convexy post. Inside. Convexy post.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Triangle.
Throwing now is Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Shot convex post.
To throw, it's Carr.
Cross button.
And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Entering play call. Run. Pass. Shotgun pass. Standard. Quick pass. Y-stick.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Triangle.
Again, it's Carr.
Triangle button.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now you got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other and saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Circle button.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Keelan Cole as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
That's unbelievable. Yeah, well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaving the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
Defend short pass. Defend medium pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Selected.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance going to keep it on the option. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Holding offense.
Entering play
yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lance. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he certainly has to get a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Entering play call inside AHP blunt dive.
What now?
Here's Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call inside and off parrot AHP blunt dive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a carry for Jacobs. Kalia Davis made the tackle.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, was it right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
AHP blunt dive inside zone split.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A Raider first down, 17 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Entering play call inside and off. There are 7 categories. You have 50 actions. AHP blunt dive inside zone split.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
They run it with Jacobs. Shifts by him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Entering play call, inside handoff, error 7 category, AHB glove dive. Inside zone split.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Cross button.
Here's Jacobs.
Enter button.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it.
Entering play call,
Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
15 options, Madden to selected.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
50 plays, you have 4 options. RPO. Run. Inside. AHP blunt dive.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running it with Jacobs. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 183 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Entering play call, inside handoff, there are 7 cat, AHP blunt dive.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
You have 50 options. MT and AHP plunge is selected. AHP blunt dive. Inside zone split. AHP blunt dive. Inside zone split.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
button.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Cross button.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Cross button.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Entering play call, inside handoff, AHB blunt dive, inside zone split, inside zone split, inside zone split.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Cross button.
Jacobs now.
R2 button. R2 button.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Entering play call, inside handoff, AHB blunt dive. Cross button.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. My, oh my, 250 yards rushing for now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Inside handoff, barrier 7 category, AHB blunt dive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Categories, we had 15 options, that again just selected.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
We had 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Let's go now.
From the 38, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
Ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now a toss running left, Hunt. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip up a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chandler Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 6 categories.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Lance. James has got it. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards out of the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
RPO, run, AHP blunt dive.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Up the middle they go. Jacobs. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Jacobs.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, AHD blunt dive.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Jacobs. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Run. Pass. Run. Inside. AHB blunt dive.
They go with Jacobs. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Ready.
And Lance now to throw.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Lance now on first down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
At least this time he's getting hit after positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's Lance.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Lance on the keeper.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Taken in at the 3.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Inside and off. There are 7 categories. You have 50 HD blunt dive.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Inside zones clip.
Remain on 2nd down. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Shotgun pass, play action pass, converts, a post like cross.
Let's go get it now. Let's go, y'all.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On play action, now Carr rolling to his left. And in
incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Post white cross. Pogger LT. Hot fork.
What down?
Carr to throw for it on fourth down.
Triangle button. Cross button.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Raiders trying on fourth down, but to no avail. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Ready.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
Working from the gun. Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
And Lance going to throw.
Over the middle, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Categories. There are 6 subcategories. Option set to play. Action pass 62 plays. You have 4 options. Passes selected. Run. Pass. Play. Converts. A post white cross.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Outside handoff. Inside. AHP blunt dive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
Down to about the 22 here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Ball, inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 50 options. Empty and AHP clone to selected.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
RPO, run, pass. Quick pass. Error 6. Y stick.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Square button.
Carr going to throw here. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Y stick.
Throwing now is Carr.
Cross button.
And it's caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lance. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Plays we have 4 options. Passes selected. Run. RPO. Special. Special. Clock management. Fix spike. Spike. Fix spike ball. Fix spike. Holding heel. Fix spike. Holding heel.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Clock management. There are 2 categories. You have 5 options. Spike ball is selected.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.
Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. Finish game is selected.